Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Idiots and a Movie podcast, episode 2. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and I'm here with my co-host,
Matthew Allen. The movie we're talking about today is The Prestige. Came out in 2006, directed by the one and only Christopher Nolan. And you want to say what the story is about?
Oh, the story is about... I got that. The story is about two rival magicians who is competing against each other to be the best magician. And that's really about all the...
That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Going into it. To start off with, this has a great cast.
Oh, yeah. The cast is absolutely amazing.
You got your Hugh Jackman, your Christian Bales, your Michael Caine's, your Rebecca Hall's, your Scarlett Johansson's, the one and only David Bowie.
Heck yeah.
And the always great Andy Serkis. I mean, that's
a star-studded cast right there.
That's a banger cast right there.
Yeah. Ain't no way it's not gonna be a good movie.
Yeah. Especially with the director.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite Christopher Nolan films. It's up there with The Dark Knight.
Same. I think it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
With The Dark Knight. Big fan of this movie. So, Matt, we'll get into the non-spoilery part first, and then we'll get into spoilers in a little bit. It's going to be a little hard, so the non-spoilery section will be pretty short. Sweet and simple. So, what'd you think of your main characters, Hugh Jackman's character and Christian Bale?
I like both of them. They were able to play off each other really good.
Yeah.
And both characters are polar opposites.
Yep, you're right on that.
Your Christian Bale, was a poor peasant who grew himself up into what he was.
He had to struggle for what he earned and stuff like that. And Hugh Jackman's character came from a more wealthier family.
He was already rich. He was just I like to think he was just bored with life. So he just
money was never an issue with him.
It was never a problem with him.
Yeah. Especially in about mid-movie where he tells David Bowie's character money's no issue.
Yeah, money's no issue.
So, what'd you think of Scarlett Johansson's character?
I liked her. I liked how she was with one character to start off with.
Yeah.
And then switches sides because
that character
was so upset and wasn't able to see what's great in front of him, and
he had tunnel vision.
Yeah.
He was only wanted one thing, and he wasn't going to stop at nothing to get that.
Pushes everyone that loved him away just so he could get
what he wants, essentially.
Wanted.
Yeah. Okay. About Rebecca Hall's character, I liked her character, and she very much portrays. Her portrayal is very good of someone who
falls in love with one character.
Yeah.
And has a tragic ending.
Yep.
Is a way to put it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Who is your favorite character?
Andy Serkis' New York accent. It's the best.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I liked David Bowie's character.
Yeah, David Bowie's that dude's awesome in everything.
He's pretty good in just about everything he does. Oh, Michael Caine's character. We haven't talked about him yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Michael. Michael Caine's he's awesome in everything. Apparently he's going to just show up in every Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good, but every time I see him on screen, it's hard for me to take away that stigma of him being Alfred.
The funny thing is,
but
Christian Bale's character, you know what his first name is?
What? Oh, Alfred. Yeah, Alfred, yeah. But it's hard for me to take that stigma away from him, but with this, it was very believable that he was this character.
Yeah,
he completely became this character instead of me seeing him as Alfred or Michael Caine playing someone else. So I thought that was very good. The setting is like 19th century England. I thought it was a very great setting, especially for this down and dirty rivalry between these two magicians.
I feel like that was probably the high point of magicians and magic too.
Yeah,
because
that era.
Before that era was technology and people could start seeing the lies.
Yeah, it's more of a mystical.
Yeah, mystical.
Magic still was. And
I liked how this movie. It's amazing how this movie worked. Since we're going back and forth on like 3 or 4 timelines throughout the movie.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Something
I think it was 3. I
Yeah.
have no clue, but yeah, when I first watched it, because this was the first time I ever watched this movie was last night. I watched it for this review.
You're way behind, man.
Yeah, I know. But this was when I first started watching it. It did confuse me a little, but I don't know. About 15-20 minutes in, I was able to figure out what was going on. And then I started to appreciate the movie more because it structures itself that way because it has layers, and you won't know what all them layers are until the very end.
The movie, it acts like a magic trick on its own.
Yeah, it has
a setup, the build up, and then execution.
Yeah,
it's just like a magic trick. I think that's how a magic trick works.
Yeah, it's called The Pledge, The Turn, and then The Prestige.
There you go, right there.
Yeah.
A magician.
Yeah,
right
the
there.
movie is structured in the same way that every magic trick that you see performed in the movie is staged. You have the pledge, and then you have the turn, and then you have the prestige. And the prestige is when you were supposed to be looking over here thinking you knew what was happening. You should have been looking over here when the answer was in front of you the entire time. And that could never be more true for
a movie like this.
Yeah. This movie.
I also liked how every magic trick that's in this movie is real.
Yeah.
And they spend time showing you, telling you how each one works.
Yeah, you get to peek behind the curtain of how some of these magic tricks were performed and probably still are performed.
Which one would you want to do?
Which one would I want to do?
For me personally, it'd be the bullet catch.
Oh yeah, that bullet catch. The bullet catch was pretty cool.
But with my luck, I'll probably end up getting shot in the head.
But I don't know. I like the one that Hugh Jackman's characters did when he would rip the cage away and the dove or whatever would disappear, and then he'd bring it back. I mean, that's a pretty good one too.
A lot of dead doves in this one.
Oh yeah, dead birds, dead doves, a lot of dead animals.
Crutched doves in this one.
Yeah, one that I definitely wouldn't want to try is the water tank.
Oh no,
no, I'm good. I don't need to be no escape artist. Okay, well, I think this next little section, or the rest of the podcast, will be all spoilers. So if you have never seen this movie before, stop the episode now and go watch it, and then come back, because we don't want to ruin the experience of viewing this movie for the first time for you.
This is a movie where you need to watch it before, so nothing can get You don't want this movie to be ruined.
You don't want the ending and how the ending ties everything together to be spoiled for you. So stop now and go watch it. Okay.
This episode's be ready for you sometime.
Yeah.
So
okay, now, Matt, let's get into some spoilers. So,
I have a question for you.
Yep, I got an answer.
I hope so.
Okay.
This will be a very short podcast if you don't.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with it.
Did you ever twig that it was Christian Bale in a fat man suit?
Never. No, I didn't. I wasn't expecting it at all. I ain't gonna lie.
That's shocking.
I didn't.
Because I watched this movie probably for the first time 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And I twigged probably second to last scene we see them together. I went, alright, they're either the same person or the twins, something.
I didn't see it coming, I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, I like how it all worked out, because Christian Bale was... both of the twins were they were the same person, but they had different personalities.
Yeah, and all the puzzle pieces were there for you to connect it. You were so ingrained with the movie, and you just didn't see it until the prestige at the end,
when it's the big reveal. Another part of that was I loved how, like you said, there were hints throughout the entire movie. Rebecca Hall's character, which is Christian Bale's wife, multiple times throughout the movie, she can tell when Christian Bale's character is lying about saying "I love you," and sometimes he says it and she's like, I know you're telling the truth today," and sometimes she says, "I know you're not telling the truth," and that's the twin that is in love with Scarlett Johansson's character. So I thought that was interesting, because I mean, it was hiding in plain sight. When I was watching it the first time, I thought Christian Bale's character was just engrossed in his rivalry and magic. I thought that's what he just wanted to be
the best magician.
Yeah,
but in hindsight,
it was a different person.
Yeah, completely different person.
Yeah,
he even says it when they went to go see the Chinese performer.
Oh yeah, you have to live. The trick is he's living his trick.
Yeah.
To sell it. So yeah, and then there's another part when they're backstage, and Kristen Bell's character tells Michael Caine and Hugh Jackman that I have a trick, but I'm the only one in the world that can perform it. when he first said that, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But at the end, the only reason he can do that is because he's a twin.
Yeah, he has an identical twin.
And they live the
they
trick.
Were committed. He even cut off his own finger.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's how committed they were to the trick.
And then, I mean, you even see, like, in the end, you see after he cut it off and he goes back to his wife, you see why it was bleeding like it had just been cut, because it had
cut.
So, yeah, I thought that twist was definitely very interesting.
Did you like Hugh Jackman's buck teeth?
I loved Hugh Jackman's stunt double and how he played those two completely separate people.
He really sold it.
Yeah, he 100% he sold it, because I mean the difference between him playing a double/twin and Christian Bale playing his twin was the Christian Bale played it where you thought it was the same person, but you wasn't sure until the very end when you discover that it wasn't, and you should have seen that the entire time. Hugh Jackman plays it as they are completely different.
They're completely
100%
polar
of the time.
opposites.
Yeah.
One's a committed magician. The other one is just a drunk.
There to collect his paycheck for going out and bowing.
Yeah, that's all he had to do. All he can do is just bow. He can't talk.
Yeah.
He can't do anything else. And he could barely do that.
Yeah, I thought that was really messed up for Hugh Jackman's character to be performing the trick, but he has to take his bow underneath the stage.
He wasn't able to see the audience reaction.
Yeah, and that's all he wanted. He wanted was to be the very best magician. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Now, for a lot of people,
this
thing in this movie where it either makes or breaks the movie for them, and it's the cloning machine.
Yeah, the cloning machine.
How did you feel about the cloning machine?
Well, I didn't see it coming. Again. I mean, I thought that it was fixed, so it was teleporting, so I didn't really see that ending where he was killing a clone every single night.
Yeah.
And that's what his blind, whatchamacallit, the blind...
Oh, the
blind help was
blind
taking
helpers.
them to that place, to the other theater that he owned. I didn't know that's why they were taking it. I mean, that's really messed up, man. He was basically killing himself, essentially. Killing a twin.
The Hugh Jackman at the end that gets shot by Bale isn't the original Jackman.
No.
It was a clone. Because every time Hugh Jackman would jump or fall down the stage, that's the one that was dying.
Yeah.
So the one that eventually dies at the end is a clone.
Like, I don't even...
you have to get your mind wrapped around that.
It's like, and then who knows how many times he performed that show. From what I saw, it looked like at least
9 or 10
times.
Yeah.
Something like that. And yeah, that was just really, I couldn't believe that he would, he would do that.
He went all this way and spent all that money for a clone machine so he can replicate Bale's trick, when Bale, all he did was, he was just his twin.
Yeah. That's
all.
And Michael Caine's character told
Hugh
Jackman that it has to be a double.
Yeah, it has to be a
double.
But
he refused to believe it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way he could have done it without having a double.
Yeah.
That's what sparked his whole obsession with figuring out. And then I love how he sent him on that wild goose chase with his diary and everything.
Yeah, how each character was reading the other's one's
diary or journal. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting how he knew that Hugh Jackman's character would have the journal. So he wrote all that in there to mess with him.
Just at the end say, nah, go F yourself.
Yeah, it was a big F you to him. And then, I mean, in the end, Hugh Jackman's character thought he won.
Yeah, but he won, but
he didn't.
He get a bullet to the chest.
Yeah.
I like this movie at the end. Neither character wins. They both lose. They both die.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, I mean, half of one of the character wins. One of the twins survives.
Yeah, one of them, I guess. But, I mean, because they both never appreciated what they had.
Yeah.
They always obsessed and try to one-up each other. It's just not enjoy what they had, and it cost them their lives. I think that's
that's the message of the
that's a
movie.
pretty good message.
Not become so obsessed with something that you lose everything that
Enjoy
you
what you
have good
have.
around you. And that you should enjoy what you have. When Hugh Jackman shot his fingers off, that looked like it hurt, man.
Looked painful.
Yeah. And they were so obsessed that they would make disguises to go and ruin each other's.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, I also enjoyed that when they would go and just mess up each other's show.
Put on a fake wig and a fake mustache.
Yeah. Oh, and then something else about Hugh Jackman's characters in the ending was, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure you noticed it, but the way he would kill his clone or himself was the same way that his wife died.
Yeah, his wife died
in the opening.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really sick and twisted.
That he was dark. Yeah, he was killing himself the same way his wife died.
Yeah, over and over and over again. Man, he must have bought a lot of tanks to do that. Yeah. Those tanks don't look like they would be cheap.
You gotta pay those blind people.
Yeah. Something else. Oh, I thought there was, talking about David Bowie's character, Tesla, I thought there was a very good correlation between him, and we don't get to see Thomas Edison, but I thought there was a very good parallel between Thomas Edison and Tesla's
and you could,
rivalry.
even though we never saw Thomas Edison, you could tell there was still that rivalry between them two.
But I thought it was a good parallel to have that Tesla-Edison rivalry here to parallel the Hugh Jackman character and Christian Bale characters' rivalry. I thought that was very interesting.
I wish you would have got more Tesla in this.
Yeah. He was a very...
Because I like David Bowie and Andy Serkis.
He was a very weird...
Interesting
character.
I liked how Serkis went, if you hurt my cat...
Oh, yeah, if you hurt my cat...
Yeah, please don't hurt my cat.
Yeah. And then it ended up making two. And that was when they revealed the cloning.
Yeah.
I was hoping...
That's a good way to reveal a cloning machine.
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping that it was just teleporting. And then, when they gave it to him in the end, I just figured Tesla actually did fix it. But nah, just clones him.
Yeah, he clones him. It's a clone machine.
Interesting.
You think it's the same cloning machine as in Attack of the Clones?
No, probably not. So, you like the movie, Matt?
Yeah, a pretty good movie. Second best Christopher Nolan movie, maybe.
I'd have to say so.
I do like Interstellar and Inception.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Interstellar. Yeah, Interstellar's pretty good. Inception's weird.
Yeah, Inception's weird, but I like weirdness. So.
Yeah. Alright.
Do you want a fun trivia?
Yeah.
About this movie?
I'll take some fun trivia.
You know the Asian Chinese magician with the fishbowl in the movie?
Yeah.
He's loosely based on an actual magician.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
His name was William Robertson.
William Robertson.
Yeah, that's a very Asian name, isn't it?
No, not at all. I would have thought he would be American.
What about his stage name, Chung Lin Soo?
Chung Ling Soo.
Yeah, that's pretty Asian.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, he was a very white man.
Yeah.
Who pretended to be an Asian man his entire life.
Interesting.
He greased his face and body up. He wore the Asian clothes. He never spoke English once in his life. Until one day where he said, "Oh no, I've been shot."
Okay. Well, I guess that's some interesting movie trivia for you.
The reason why he said that is because he was doing that magic bullet trick.
Catching a bullet
trick, and it went wrong, and he got shot in the chest. He said it, and then like 2 minutes later, he died.
Oh, okay. Well, that magician definitely lived and died for his trick.
A very racist magician who died probably the best way possible.
I guess. Oh, something we didn't cover was Rebecca Hall's character's tragic ending.
Oh yeah,
in this movie.
I was trying to keep things light and funny, but you just have to bring it down with your depressing.
Well, we missed it, so we might as well go ahead and talk about it. It was very. I didn't really see it coming until I knew she was in Christian Bale's workshop, and then she came in there and she looked at a rope, and I was like, no, they ain't gonna do that. And the next scene is
sure enough, they did it. They went that way. Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
I like
to go real dark in that part of the movie, didn't you?
Yeah. I like that. She had a tragic life, a tragic ending to a life. I guess.
Yeah. That was another moment that kind of came out
out of
nowhere for me. Okay, what would you want to give us your rating of this movie? What would you say?
What are we doing? Out of 10?
Yeah, we'll do out of 10.
Probably give this an 8, maybe.
An 8?
Yeah.
I'd give it a 9.
Really?
I think it was really good.
Oh, wow.
I enjoyed the movie.
Good for you.
I give it a 9 out of 10. I'm actually really looking forward to watching it a second time so I can go back and pick out when Christian Bale was which twin.
Put the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and put the puzzle pieces together as I go through and watch it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie.
Me too. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched it,
go watch it now.
And you're still listening, why did you listen to this part? And you should go watch the movie now.
Turn this off. We had a good run.
Yeah.
2 episodes. That's a good one. Go watch the movie instead.
But no, you really need to watch this movie if you haven't watched it yet. So I think that's it for us today.
Thank you for listening. I didn't know it was my turn.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed our discussion today on The Prestige. We put out new episodes every Sunday and Wednesday. And we'll see you next time when we talk about Fantastic Four 2015.